Pagan family, plaintiff, versus John Doe, defendants. 2. Esmet Zaklama, landlord, 2734 Kennedy Boulevard, Jersey City, New Jersey 073065509. Subject: civil lawsuit. Quiet enjoyment. Wretchedly unhappy qualified tenants. Source: I write this letter in reference presently about the connotation of the wretchedly unhappy experience that violates the peace of mind, pursuit of happiness, and privacy rights to occupy a rented apartment on earth and/or having the rights to rent an apartment for my family. Presently, the 4-unit apartment building on the first floor of apartment number 1 front in Bayonne City, New Jersey, USA, occupied by victims, namely, the Pagan family. In addition, residential lease agreement agreed between the landlord and the Pagan family on August 1, 2009 at 12 a.m. Number 6 of the residential lease reads, quiet enjoyment. Lessor covenants that on paying the rent and performing the covenants herein contained, lessee shall peacefully and quietly have hold and enjoy the demised premises for the agreed term. Besides, the tenants pay $900 a month for an 3-room apartment for 3 people. Moreover, the tenants seek freedom from disturbance from others that no longer occupied or qualified as a paying tenant or tenants in the 4-unit apartment building in the jurisdiction of Bayonne, County of Hudson, within the state of New Jersey, an independent state government associated within the Union of the United States of America. However, the continuation of this matter for this problematically concern becomes an instance of this commotion, such as, firstly, on or about August 21, 2008 at approximately late morning to early afternoon, the said defendants, disqualified tenants, did purposely and knowingly inflict loitering, pursuit of happiness, and privacy right acts upon the victims of a 4-unit apartment building mentioned above in their apartment unit on the first floor, apartment number 1 front. Secondly, the said defendants did loitering by linger aimlessly external and internal of the building for an important reasons as dawdling the property in an idle manner and generally wasting the time of the victims, stopping often several times a day at building and or spent a great deal of time doing nothing. Secondly, the said defendants did loiter the building by hanging inside the hallway of building and leaving the front door unlocked, making the victims unsafe, unhappy and uncomfortable in their homes. Thirdly, the said defendants did loiter the building by standing outside the building and scamming the Federate mailbox of the victim's mail. Finally, the said defendants did purposely and unlawfully loiter to cause slight irritation to another by troublesome the victims and or to harass or disturb by repeated loitering acts concerning the building and or purposely to cause uneasiness and or making the victims uncomfortable in their rent apartment. To sum up my argument, to seek restitution from freedom from disturbance, though loitering, pursuit of happiness, and private right act and or consumer rights and protections upon being victims of the mentioned said defendants and or residential lease. Please take notice for action of the residential lease agreed between Esmet Zaklama, landlord, and Pagan family at 44 West 54th Street, 1 front, Bayonne, New Jersey 07002 USA, in accordance with the promises of the agreed lease signed August 1, 2008. In addition, there has been an occurrence of actions according to Section 6 in the residential lease mention, where accusations have been discussed between the local police and the Pagan residents on the behalf of this written notice, since last year of 2008. However, This is the first written notice to the landlord for his response to the current situation. In appreciation of the Pagan family as loyal and timely renters, we request your final judgment of authority concerning 44 West 54th Street, Bayonne, New Jersey 07002 USA in accordance to the residential lease. In addition, for the respect of our community and other landowners that rents to tenants from other buildings in the community now witnessed police at the building for some reasons unknown to the community, risk the inquire for questioning the thoughts to providing a justification for police arrival at the building in which violates their happiness for a safe community like domestic violence that occurred several times in the building by evicted tenants who still troll the building. In addition, making uncomfortable comments on the building that causes the renters to phone the local police by their annoying comments of the building conditions for reasons to not to live in the building or not to pay rent. Besides, the comments of the building heard outside by the ex-tenants to the public that never mention they are moving because they have not paid rent makes renters feel uncomfortable with their comments about the landlord from an ex-tenant before moving out the building, stating that the landlord is crazy and other comments on his race being an Egyptian and the building and or making the renters look and feel like derelict renters. In addition, giving renters reason to phone the police because of their harassing comments on a place where the renters take pride in living becomes truly annoying to the occupied qualified tenants. Now, this growing matter does not only disturb qualified renters that presently occupied the apartment unit, but it also caused distraction to the building where decent renters would like to be, think of more worthy neighbors in their community. In order to meet this goal, your respectfully authority must be addressed to resolve the current matter by preventing unseemly distraction of police and or city government arrival at the building, which cause demands a reason for firm resolution. On Saturday, August 22, 2009, Reverend Darlena Pagan spoke to the Esmet Zaklama landlord about the problems concerning unknown people that continued to annoy me. Later, I phoned the police having concern on harassment of the landlord and unknown male fighting, swearing, drinking beer in front of the door. When I threatened to call the police on them, the gentleman left the building. However, one of the gentlemen told me that I do not own the building, but they are harassing me by fighting and drinking beer in front of the door pathway, where I must use the entrance. Now, I do not feel comfortable at 44 West 54th Street, Bayonne, New Jersey 07002 USA, because in my opinion I am living in wonders when the next incident will occur in the building that might cause me annoyances, and the landlord does not involve the police, which is his legal right not to do so, but if he had involved them I would have felt more comfortable and safe in the building. However, I know he has the right to his own private legal counselor, but his legal counselor does not provide safety for my family in the building where, as the police at the time would have provided this sense of safety. Respectively yours, the Pagan family. Mr. Luis Pagan, Original Residential lessee 15514829749. Reverend Darlena Pagan, Witness to Building Concern for Firm Resolution. cc@icpo.org. Diane Johnson, Field Office Director.